y'all? It's your girl Kishana, and we are back for what I think is going to be a tantalizing and enriching episode of A Kish Goodnight. Okay, friends, so you have heard me talk about my child, the Queenager, for years and years and years. And if you're just tuning in to any of my content for the first time, you are going to catch on the tail end of the K-12 leg of this solo mama journey. And I figured, what better way to send my kiddo off to college than to invite the generations to come on and sit on the couch and to talk about love and to talk about relationships and life as she heads on into her next adventure. And so I brought in her two besties. She has a couple besties, but I brought two of them to the couch today. Sanaya, so good to have you here. And Kalia, these are my bonus children. And of course, Nye, the Queenager. And then, you know, life would not be complete without Mama Dawn. And so then she had to bring her partner in crime to the stage, Marcia. And then I had to bring my partner in crime, Angie, to the table. So now you have 3 generations of women who are going to talk about love and life and dating. And y'all, it's so juicy that I had to like write some extra questions. So y'all going to see me looking at my phone because I had to get in there because, you know, we got to ask the questions that are age appropriate. All right, y'all. So we're going to jump right in. So, so now you're in college, and so you already have done lap 1 of the broke college student life. And Nye and Kalia, y'all are headed to college. So as you all are in this summer, rising sophomore, rising freshman, how serious of a relationship do you think you're looking for right now? Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm talking to my kid about relationships. What do y'all think? What are y'all looking for?
Right now.
Right now.
I'm not looking for anything. Having fun. This summer is my last summer, so I just feel like I shouldn't be, just tied down to one person.
Were you tied down to one person before, ma'am? No. Oh.
But I just feel like now it's even more reason not to be. And then I'm about to go to college. Like, I feel like I shouldn't get serious, and I know that I'm about to be in college, and they're about to be in college. And there's so much going on. Even if it's not other people, it's other things that we have to do, other priorities.
Well, I would hope so, because I did not send you to school to be booed up. I sent you to school to get an education. Look, y'all see Mama Dawn? That's her grandma. You see, look, her face is already disgusting. Fix your face.
Oh, it's already fixed. I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
Okay, Kalia, what about you? Where are you at right now as you get ready to pack up and head upstate?
I don't think I'm looking for anything either. I feel like we're about to meet new people.
True.
New experiences, new vibes. So
new vibes.
I don't feel like I should tie myself down right now until I get to experience like different things, different people, to see what I actually like, and then maybe I can get some.
I love that. Now, what about you? You finished freshman year. You came out with the A's that I like to see. Okay, so you were focused on your academics, but I hear that recently your status might have changed. Talk to me. Let me hear this. Oh, y'all see these giggles? See the giggles? Ooh.
Yes, I did just get into a relationship.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't hear that right. But I think that I am looking for a serious relationship, but not so serious like, looking down more 6 years into the line, but like, the rest of college. So that's me.
All right. You're like, okay, I don't found my boo to try to ride this college. Because there's a lot of temptation in the world, Mom. I don't know if you remember this. When I used to come home my freshman year.
Yes, I was always very worried about you.
Wait a minute, why are you worried about me?
Your focus should have been just on your academics.
Ooh.
Get that out the way, and then you deal with the rest after.
But how was I supposed to get the husband that you wanted me to have if I was only focused on my academics? Go.
No, you can look, but at the same time, you're focused because you have a plan in mind. I want my goal is to finish my academics. Then I can deal with everything else thereafter.
I have a question.
Focus is the word.
Wait a minute. Oh, there's a question? Oh, wait a minute. Let's hear it. Your grandchild have a question. Hold on, y'all.
How old were you when you had mommy?
How old was I? How old was I?
Were you finished with school yet?
20. Yeah, 20-something. Yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure that our stories are straight.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a question that let's see if Grammy can answer this. Y'all, let's see how we're gonna ask you too, Marcia, okay?
Okay.
What does vibes mean? When somebody says that we vibe, what does that mean to you?
Vibe mean are we thinking on the same? We're on the same page.
Are we on the same
That's the
page?
vibe.
Okay.
That's a traditional word.
Oh, for the
Vibe
vibes.
for the older generation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
You feel like that's the same thing too? The vibes.
Yes,
Are
yes.
we on the same page?
Page, yes.
Okay. How do y'all define vibes? And as you know, I'm gonna ask you too, because I don't define it that way. Well, all right. When y'all say vibes, because now y'all say what? Energy?
We're vibing.
We're vibing. Okay, can you define vibing? You said chilling?
Like getting to know each other. Like you're not in a relationship, meet your mother type stage yet, but like you guys are entertaining, getting to know each
She
other.
thinks that like okay.
What
so,
are the
like,
stages? Let me hear, because I'm confused
Okay,
already.
you know how she was talking about like meet your mother, right? Like she thinks that like even if like we're going out like to the movies, like she still has to meet them. And I'm trying to explain to her that like meeting your parents is like
No, it's like
really
baseline. That's like that's
No,
at the
no,
starting ground.
if a guy were to be like, can you meet my mom? I would think that he's trying to get mad serious, and I probably wouldn't talk to
like
him.
it's more. But when you meet my mom, it's like I know there's a future with you because I don't get to
Y'all
know
are
my
not
mom to meet
grown.
everybody.
Wait, stop the presses. Pause. Angie, back me up, Angie.
Andre.
Back me up.
I got your back.
What's going on here? Okay.
I have no idea what that definition is. Over there. None whatsoever. And meeting your mother is just sometimes it's good manners.
Yeah,
Don't
respect.
I mean, like
so much
if we're
into
if
it.
we're dating in the house, of course you would meet my mother. But I feel like if
Dating
we're
in the
going-
house.
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
We don't date in the no.
Okay,
Go ahead. No,
what's
finish it because I don't want to
dating
cut
in
you
the
off. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
I don't mean like we're only dating in the house. I mean like if we had like if we're watching movies or whatever, obviously you would have to meet my mother. You're not just gonna come to my house and you haven't met anybody in the house. That's disrespectful. But like if I'm courting people and you're courting people, is that right?
No, you don't court nobody.
That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean.
If you're getting to know people,
yes, if I'm
okay.
talking to multiple people and you're talking to multiple people.
Oh, wait a
I
minute.
feel like we're like, especially if you're not.
Your dance card is full, you see.
Especially if you're not like number one, I just feel like why are you meeting my mom?
No, well,
How do you feel about this?
let me tell you how I feel about
Wait a
that.
minute. Hold
Whenever
on,
you are interacting with anyone, going on a date, the respectful thing is for that person to meet your parent or parents, because it allows them to have respect for you.
See, okay, go ahead, Kalia. Look, pass Kalia because let's Kalia. Let me hear these thoughts, Kalia. You gotta. Because I want to think about it. You want to talk about the theoretical and not the realistic. Yeah, listen, but I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
I don't think Kalia is the right person to ask.
She is the right person to ask.
She is. We're very
Good enough.
Americanized, and I feel like.
Oh, now you claiming being a.
It's not a bad thing. I just feel like the values that y'all have and that she has is very the same.
Okay, so let me hear what you have to say then, Kalia.
I mean, I do.
Put up a little more.
They would have more respect for you, but also, if it goes wrong, it's like you can't keep you can't keep letting them get to that point before you actually like really get to know them, to know like, oh, they're not gonna embarrass me around my family. Like they know how to act when they come around like my family.
Because I have to.
So
you have to school them all.
And I have to really deeply like care about them, like have like deep feelings, for them to meet my mom. I feel like that's like a huge step.
But like, how would I know who you're keeping company with if I didn't meet them?
Exactly.
Oh, so, okay. So now I said, so I was like, and you saw that? She said, pass it.
I feel like we have to be able to get to know them before you can. We can't be getting to know them at the same exact time.
No, I see what she means. I feel like, yeah, you guys can meet my mom. You guys can have conversations. But I feel like to really sit down and get to know her and like have a conversation, go out to dinner and actually speak to each other. I feel like that should be a step where I feel like we're in a serious relationship and now I can have you meet my mom. But I get what you mean by like, if we're going out and then you see her at the door, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is who I'm going out with today and all this. I understand that. And
that's all I'm talking about. I'm like, I want to be able to put eyes on the person that you're going to be in the street with.
Exactly.
That's it.
Not only that, but sometimes you have to rely on experience.
That's right.
Because, you're at a stage where you're just now starting to experience life.
Yes.
And you may not see things that someone else with years of experience
We'll
in
see.
being a person. And so there are plenty of people I thought they were the best things
Ooh,
ever. And my mother
girl.
was like, don't bring them back here.
Mhm.
Right? So
Mhm.
there was something that she saw that I didn't see. Whatever, infatuation I had with how they looked or how they smelled, whatever it was, she saw something different. And then reflecting back, I was like, she was right. That was the devil.
Right. And the thing is that we're not always right? Because we're giving you advice, or we are trying to protect you from things through our lens of our own lived experience. But I always tell y'all, like, I don't want y'all to make the mistakes we made. Make different mistakes, but don't let me school you to something that happened
To
and you be
you.
like, oh, I'm gonna be different. Are you though? Because I've
Jump in,
learned
Max.
from Grammy, from Mama Dawn here, that like actually ain't much really changing the game. Just nicer clothes.
Exactly.
Depending on who you ask. Some people, she might say there's not nicer clothes, but I'm just saying.
Kish,
Yeah.
can I jump in right
Of
here?
course.
Because, I'm going to say something that, we started off saying earlier. And I said it to my daughter when she was going off to college. You're going to college to get an education, yes. A part of an education is you're going to meet new people. You're going to vibe with different people. You're going to kind of make your own boundaries and your own little list of things I do and I do
Don't,
not want.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said to her, do me a favor. When you come home with that degree, make sure you have a companion as well.
That you
That
did say
come
that.
home with. Because you're going to meet people who think like you, who have the same
Values
you.
like you.
Mm-hmm.
who have the respect
Like you.
like you.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to meet them in the library, in the lab.
Absolutely.
And that's who your friends should be. And your friends become your partner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also,
So when you
yes.
put in your eye on that A, do me a favor. Put your eyes
On that D.
a friend.
Sorry, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Oh.
You knew I was gonna say that? That is so terrible.
okay.
And that's
I
that's
completely agree with you. I also feel like, mommy, this comes from what she told me about her college experience, is that she was very focused on the academics, and especially coming from a Caribbean household, that's what you focus on. You focus on your academics, but especially because she went to a PWI, her white counterparts, they were dating to marry.
Exactly.
And
Black
I
folks
feel
need
like
to do
as
that.
much as I will be focused on my
Academics.
studies, I'm coming out with a husband.
Please do.
Absolutely, a rich one
Please
at
do.
that.
Hey.
Please
One
do.
with money.
Rich.
And a plan.
And well educated. Well, there will be well educated, but well versed, respected. All of that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I really, really love it. You're going with the right mindset and the right game
I
plan.
did something right, y'all.
I like that. I mean, that's amazing. Go date to marry. Don't date to play.
Hey!
Mm-mm.
Kraka-paka. Wait a minute.
Be
I done talked in
intentional.
tongue several times today now.
I'm gonna be quiet, Keisha.
No, you don't need to be quiet. That's exactly
I
right.
want you to be intentional.
If marriage is, and if partnership is, life partnership is a goal, because it's not a goal for everybody, right?
No.
Exactly.
And
If
so-
if it is.
To me, like, so, okay, y'all. So now you said something that I thought was really important. And Angie and I talk about this all the time, because as we continue to season in life and we're thinking about life partnership, you closer than I am, girl. What kind of human, Ma, this is a real good question. What kind of human do you see yourself with? Like, what's a non-negotiable? Let's do that. Let's do that. Like, what's a non-negotiable in the human you see yourself with right now?
Non-negotiable.
You
Did you
have
hear
to
that?
respect the women around you, even the ones that you aren't attracted to. I feel like men who are only nice to their moms, their sisters, and their partners are not elderly women that are crossing the street or little children that need help. I feel like that's the men that you stay away from. You need men that are nice
Caring.
to everybody, exactly, and like that's the person that they are. That's their personality. People who only do stuff for people that they're attracted to or have to love, because you don't really have to love your parents, but you always have a love for your parents. That's people that you stay away from.
You come back to you? You got thoughts? You gonna come to me? Okay. Oh no, I have my own. Sorry. I would say, like, what's a non-negotiable to me? To me, having integrity is a non-negotiable, because character is built when nobody's looking.
Yes.
And so how you hold yourself and what you hold yourself, even like everybody who works with me, everybody who rocks in my circle, like they just hold themselves to a level of integrity And for me, that just means like, how do you stand up? You know, I had a guy said, you know, you got to stand tall. That's a very Harlem thing to say. I don't know if everybody said
But
that.
I always
But you
say
got to
that.
stand tall, right? Like you have to, how do you conduct yourself as a human? Like that to me is a non-negotiable. People who operate out of integrity, I'm not really for that. And you can be out of integrity with yourself, right? Not just with other people. So for me, like I see somebody who, and you know, I done taught you well, who is kind to others, who other people would say, yo, that's a good dude right there. And who really walks upright in the way he conducts himself, in the way he conducts business, in the way he treats his family and those around him, the way he treats
Very
people who are
important.
less fortunate than him. Like those things are really, really both attractive to me and also like non-negotiable. Okay, so Ange, what about you? What? Oh, Clea, you got it now? Okay, go ahead. Now, come on, Clea, go ahead. Listen, the youngins are talking to us.
Something that's a non-negotiable for me, like recently I've been seeing it, like once someone doesn't have like a plan or goals, it's a real turn off. Like,
Now, why is that though? Talk to me
is
about
a
that.
real turn off because I feel like you should always want to level up, like do something better with your life. You know, everybody has something that they should want to improve on.
True.
So the fact that you don't have goals is kind of like
Turn off.
Yeah, it's a real turn off to me. So
Love it.
that's one of my non-negotiables.
I love that. I love that.
Love it.
So for me, I'm gonna say you need to have a relationship with God.
Yes,
I
priority.
need to know that there is someone other
Other than
than
yourself.
that is guiding you through
That's it.
life. You know, you can't be out here praying to a head of lettuce. I need to know
The trees, the bees, the leaves.
that there is, you know, there is a higher being that you can pray to who has ordained you.
That's right.
Created you to
That's
do
right.
more, sometimes more than what you believe you can do yourself.
That's right.
And so, if you don't have that as a foundation, I don't know.
Can't
how
move
you
forward.
Can even move forward in anything.
Because what are you rooted in, right? And like some people will say, like this is the thing that like kills me sometimes with some of the gentlemen that I interact with. Like when folks tell me that they're spiritual. Whenever I talk to women and girls who say they're spiritual, it's very clear what that means to them. That means I believe in X. That means I practice this. That means I meditate. That means I spend time praying. That means I walk in gratitude, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But whenever I talk to dudes who say that they're spiritual, I'm like, oh, what does that mean? Because to me, if you're spiritual, that means there is a practice that you follow,
do.
right?
Mhm.
Right.
It's the horoscope.
It's the
crystals. It's
Which
just
all of that
something.
go like if you're a believer, God has made all the things, okay, all the ways of communication channels they could be used for good and for other, right? And so, but it's nothing, or it's just like, oh, you know, I'm just here. But then when they probe, there's nothing that's really grounded.
Grounded.
And that part to me is very scary. I'd actually rather somebody who was like, yeah, I believe in myself. So I could be like, that is great.
And also people with experiences, like you can't just say like I never did nothing all my life and I still don't believe anything. Like some people will be very, very Christian their entire childhood and be like, I stay away from it because of things that
whatever
hurt
thing has happened to me.
So that I understand, I absolutely understand it because everybody has different experiences and some they get better over time and some just don't. So I understand that, but when you just say, "Oh, I started as a child not believing nothing, my parents, and I still don't believe nothing,"
Something is
not
wrong
even
with that
looking.
picture.
Yeah, and that's fine because there are people who for them that is perfect, and I want everybody to walk in their happiness. So be with them people, but you're not gonna be with me, Mom. How has your non-negotiables changed, or even have they changed now that you are, you know, a sissy widow? You know, we done got the blessing from above that Ghost and them said, "Be out and go and be with the people."
You know, in this day and age, looking outside is very scary.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very scary.
Why do you
and
feel that way?
Look at the men.
Wait a minute.
Look at them.
I mean, we got good ones in the
Yeah,
house here, but
yeah,
I'm trying
yeah.
to get him outside and stuff. They don't
no,
want the
no,
good
I'm not,
guys.
you know.
They be trying to ruin my boo over there.
No, I'm not going to ruin him.
No, not us. The
no.
girls out there, they be trying
You
to
know?
ruin him. I don't love it.
You know.
I'll come for you if you mess with my Alexander. Y'all hear me? Okay.
You know, I look at men and what is it they really want? What are their goals? What are they looking for? Or just to tell me, oh, you look good. You look so good. What do you have to offer me? Because I look good.
Oh, you want
Okay.
something for the wait? Hold on a minute.
Stimulation out here now.
Oh,
Yes.
there's too much stimulation.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Yes.
take that one.
Yeah, there's too
Yes.
much stimulation,
Yes.
visual stimulation.
Yes.
And I think that makes it so
and they're
hard.
not real. It's not real.
It's not real, and I think it makes it so hard to know like what what is the real thing? Like I was talking to a guy a few months ago, and when I looked at his feed, every person that he follows is built in Dominican Republic or built in Colombia, right? That's where they manufacture. But in his but made in 2017. But in his profile, he writes that he wants somebody who doesn't wear makeup, who's all natural. Like the list of things that he said was completely opposite to what he is coveting in his social life. And he was like, "Oh, I just like that, but that's not what I really want in my real life."
So why is he feeding into it?
I'm confused. Right?
Because he wants to act pro-black. Like he
Lord.
loves
I
black women.
think there's a
who
time
don't.
when your wants shift to needs.
True.
Right? And there is a distinct difference
True.
between the two.
True. Absolutely.
So.
So let's switch gears for a little bit. So I was thinking about this the other day. Shout out to Lamont Tiller. Tell us about the first time. It's bad when the Queen Agent knows all my business. I really failed as a parent. I just want you to know. Tell us about the first time you fell hard.
Hard?
You felt hard.
Not felt hard. Get your mind out the gutter, lady. You wouldn't even use the tools I gave you.
I'm rude. Hard as in...
felt hard for someone.
Yes.
Like you fell for somebody, like being in love. The first time you fell hard for somebody, and you were like, dun 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 dun. Oh, you just threw. Wait a minute. Do y'all see this? The young ones just threw the bike away. They said, forget it. Okay. You want me to tell you, Mom?
Yes, sure.
You should know the story, Mom. You should know my story.
I know all your stories.
So, what was the first time I fell hard? Yeah, listen. Let's see if Grammy gets it right. Where was the first time I fell hard?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You got no notes.
Okay. Y'all see that, right? I'm sure y'all heard the whispers. We already heard it about it was ASMR. It was mommy daughter ASMR. Just get into it. Okay, go ahead. Mom, what was the first time I felt hard? I fell hard.
Real hard.
Lord, this is it's only water in my cup, y'all.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, so you just said real confidently that you knew. Now you don't know.
Yes,
Why
yes.
do you think? What about me?
Oh, you want me to say his name? The first time that the Queen Agent fell hard was in middle school, and the gentleman's name was Bruce. We're not gonna call him his real name.
Bruce Willis?
We're not even
close to his name.
Bruce Lee.
We're not gonna say his real name to protect the innocent. We're not gonna say his name.
199th Street.
And I want you to know that I knew they fell hard for one another when every waking moment was spent on the phone, and the Queen didn't even get a phone. She was the last of her friends, y'all, to get a phone, okay? But she did have the Wi-Fi enabled phone at the house, and they would spend every waking moment on the time of the face.
The time of the face.
And then the little boy would be over here all the time. He was always trying to find something to do over here. He was always eating on my food. And so eventually I just started taking him everywhere I went. Okay? So everywhere I went. And I knew... Came to a family reunion. And so I knew that you had fallen really hard. And also he had fallen really hard right when high school started. And he came on Valentine's Day. Y'all. And this is the year I had to break up with my boyfriend at that time. I just want y'all to know. I broke up with him immediately. Because if the little boy at 13, 14 years old could come here with flowers, candy, a teddy bear, and a ring in a box that lit up. Y'all, I ain't never seen this before. The whole box, when you open the box said, I mean, like, it lit up. Like a neon light. I was amazed.
And a note. Don't forget the note.
And there was a note. I said, well, I might be in love.
So what was the note? What was the note?
It was him professing his undying love for me, of course.
He quit, but y'all quit each other the next week. You had to
He moved to Connecticut.
He moved to Connecticut.
And now he's going to the Marines, guys.
Listen.
Tomorrow. I found
Wow.
out today.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, Mom, do you remember when the first time I felt hard was yet? Can you remember? See if she gets it right, y'all.
Let's see.
I'm really trying to
It
remember.
was middle school, Mom. I'll start there.
Wow, everybody's just in middle school.
Middle school
You
be the
know?
place when you be thinking you in love.
Yeah, and they come back out.
You know, to be honest, my brain has not gone back that far. Because I was so overwhelmed sometimes with her crazy behavior that, you know.
I'm an angel.
Yes, you were an angel in disguise. That's what you were. An angel is, but I knew all about her shenanigans.
Oh, wait a minute.
Well, oh, yes.
We're not going to talk about the fact that my mother was hiding in the dark.
I was on top of her. like rice. Okay, if you say so, but I knew exactly what was going on.
You want to tell
Let me be the fool.
You want to tell the people about the time you was hiding in the dark?
I
I had to lie for my survival, y'all. I just want you to know I had to lie for my survival.
And I just want you to know that because of the stories that mommy tells me about Grim makes me an even smarter child. I don't do this now because we have a great relationship.
Oh, so good.
However, when she told me about that dark story, every time I came home, I would turn all the lights on. I turned on when I used to stay home by myself, it didn't matter if I was dotting my I's and crossing my T's, I turned on every light to make sure that nobody was looking in the dark. And when I pass something, I do this. I just gotta make sure.
So I just want to tell you this quick story, right? It's okay. Okay, listen. So when I was in high school, I was a hot mess, y'all. I want you to know. But I wanted to just maintain in front of my mama that I was lying for my survival. Okay, otherwise they'd have kept me locked up like I was in prison. And I was a good kid, straight A's, a whole job. Like I was taking care of business. Either way. One day, I came home for my little after-school job, but I came home a little bit early. And so I was on the phone, and we didn't have cell phones. I did have a beeper, though, y'all. Did you have a beeper?
We all had beepers.
Like a drug dealer? Yes, my daddy told I was going to give it back because he said, are you a doctor or a drug dealer? But I kept it. So I had my secret beeper, and my friend had beeped me, and so I went to the phone, the house phone, and I called my friend. And we were on the phone discussing how the next day we were going to cut school. And I've only cut school twice in high school. So this is going to be time number 3. Okay. And so I'm on the phone, gibbity gabbing. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be this day, and we're going to cut school. We're going to go here, and better. And I'm walking back and forth. So in our house, it is pitch black in the house except in the kitchen. So I'm walking from the kitchen back to my bedroom, in the hallway, back to the kitchen. I'm walking and talking and walking. And then I'm in the kitchen, so I'm making probably my oodles and noodles. My ramen, you know.
How long is this phone?
But a cordless phone.
Oh.
Yeah, we was fancy.
Cordless?
Yeah, it was fancy.
Yeah.
And I'm on the phone in the kitchen. Mind you, I said I was home alone. Crazy. And my mom and my stepfather roll up in the kitchen. The door has not opened. Nothing has occurred. Their room door was open. I should have known. That's how I should have known y'all were home. These crazies were hiding in the dark in the living room to see if they could catch me in a lie.
Oh, yes.
Look, you see how she said it with pride? Oh, yes.
Proud moment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, could y'all have survived that if your mom did that to you?
No, you all would have fainted.
And I want y'all to know I tried to talk my way out of that as well. I just want you
I
to
don't
know.
think my mom would ever think of that. Wow, that's great.
Wicked.
Generation.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the first time I fell in love was with Lamont Tiller.
Yes, I was trying to remember his name.
Yes, he lived down the street. My mother really hated him. And he was tall and gorgeous. He looked like not Kid and Play. It's
So-
gonna come to me. Go ahead, Mom.
So let me give you a story about this Lamont
Wait a
that she
minute.
was so in love with. Okay? So we went out for dinner one night. We went to this restaurant in East Elmhurst. Marcy, remember that restaurant over by the airport? Yes. And so we sit down to order dinner. And little Miss Kashana
Wait a minute.
ordered the most expensive food on the menu for she and her boyfriend.
I don't remember.
And
this,
so
y'all.
my
Oh, he
husband
was
and I
there?
looked at
No.
each other and we said, wait a minute, what is she doing? And she just gilliglag ordered what she wanted, and the two of them are just chatting.
Wait, he was with
Not
us?
touch, huh?
He was with us.
Yes!
Oh my gosh, I
Yes.
remember this now.
You remember now?
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds like a useful.
Yes. I never ever forgot that bill when that bill came to the table. It's a lucky thing the two of us were working.
Oh my god.
My daughter didn't have no money.
You know, she ordered the most expensive thing because they
I am
love
a fancy
seafood.
lady.
Seafood. And the appetizer was seafood. And the main meal was seafood.
I am a
Okay.
fancy lady.
All right?
I've always been fancy.
And I'm telling you.
Apple don't fall too far.
And let me
from
tell
the
you all
tree.
something.
No, wait a minute.
Her daughter has followed her footsteps
Yes,
the
that's what I
same
just
way.
said. That's what I just said.
Well
That's
trained.
what I just said.
Well trained.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I just said.
Well
So
trained.
I do want to add.
Go
I
ahead.
heard what they said earlier about being focused and go to school.
Yes. Yes.
Do all these great things.
Yes.
Absolutely. will, but the distractions are waiting for you.
Woo!
And
Can we talk about that?
let me tell you what you don't know is that you are going to be the fresh meat on campus.
Yes.
So you need to also
Roasty
be
and toasty.
prepared. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I must say, I think I went to school in August. I wasn't even 18 yet. By September, I was head over heels in love. If he said the sky was purple, the sky was purple. What you mean?
Don't believe it.
The sky is purple because he said so. It's going to happen, and you may not even notice it. Right? It's your friends that's probably gonna notice it. Like she's gone.
Right.
Your mom probably gonna notice it.
I'm gonna just be blinking. I'm gonna be blinking hard into the phone.
I didn't get the speech about listen. You need to go to school and stay in your books. I got the words that was told to me is don't waste my money. Right?
Okay.
That was it. That's the only speech that I got. So I'm glad that y'all are able to have this conversation because you need to know that it's natural. It's natural for it to happen, and it should happen. It's
To know
gonna
how to handle it.
Yeah.
You cannot prevent it from happening.
Yeah.
But what you can do is recognize it when it is happening.
Absolutely.
And just to follow up on that, what you do when it's happening is you set boundaries.
Now, how do you do that when you're 17, 18 years old, 19 years
You
old?
set boundaries, and it's very simple at that point, and this is where you can work it. I study from 5 to 7. We can talk from 7 to 7:30. Kind of 7:30. Don't allow anyone to tie up your entire
Today.
Yeah, definitely not.
Their priority,
I don't like
yes,
to be
but their
talking all day.
priority B. The grades is going to be priority A.
They're actually priority C because if grades is A and you are B, then they are C.
Exactly. Good. Thank
I'm
you very
B?
much, Kish. That's exactly the order
My
you
mental
want it
health
to
is
go in.
always A.
Yes.
Fair.
You set those boundaries the way you want them, and you do engage them
Yeah.
at
Well,
the same time.
that
Never disengage them.
and
Engage
also
them.
I feel like if you have a criteria before then, the type of person that you start talking to will respect your boundaries.
Attraction.
Absolutely.
Attraction.
Yeah.
Attraction.
I didn't learn that.
If I talk to someone busy, then they're obviously going to understand I need to talk to her at this time, and this is our time to talk.
Very
Exactly.
good. Because if they don't respect that, trust me, if they sitting in the cafeteria or in the student,
Union,
The lounge.
The student
lounge,
lounge or on
and
there on the
they should be in
yard.
class, and they want you to do the same.
That's a distraction.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Absolutely not.
Yep.
So
Look
I'm
outside the circle. They go outside the circle.
real curious, Ange. When was the first time you felt hard?
It was definitely my freshman year.
Oh, you made it to college.
Yes.
Okay.
She made it to college.
With Bruce.
Yeah.
Bruce.
Bruce Leroy.
That's it.
Everybody Bruce.
Everybody Bruce.
So how I met him, I ventured off campus. My first party. We met some young men at the college campus during student orientation.
Ooh.
So when we came back for class, we had already, made connections. And of course, naturally, it had to be somebody with a car. You got to be able to get around.
Good, don't need that.
Naturally.
Don't need
Naturally.
that.
I went to an HBCU in Charlotte, North Carolina. And so there were no buses running at night. So if you didn't have a friend with a vehicle, you were going nowhere. And as a freshman, we needed to get places.
Y'all had things to do.
Friends with the upperclassmen. And so we went to our first off-campus party. It was at his apartment.
Red flag.
And he had three other and it was myself and 4 other girls, all from New York, because that's how we do.
That's how we do.
Like that. We have that energy. And I came in, mind you, again, I'm freshman, right? I don't know anybody. But I have that New York personality
Absolutely.
of, you ain't going to be telling me what to do, and, I run things. And I was politely put in my place.
Wait a minute.
At a party, because I didn't want to listen to somebody's fake house rules. And so upperclassman came, he scooped me up, I was a tiny thing, scooped me up with one hand and put me outside the door. He was like, you party outside.
Wait a minute.
He told my friends that was trying to help me, he was like, y'all don't move, y'all stay right there, don't move. And they was like, they know what to do, right? So
I wouldn't move.
What would you do? You wouldn't move either?
Girl, so I think I was
Really?
outside for a good 10 minutes. Like, I don't know where I am. I have no car. We didn't have no cell phones back then.
No.
I'm going to really have to sit out here in the woods in Charlotte, North Carolina and wait. Somebody's going to save me. So maybe about 10 minutes later, this nice looking guy. I knew he was in the party. He came out and he says, I'm gonna bring you back inside. And I was like, my savior, right?
Ooh.
My savior. And it started from that point. So this one little thing he did to me was so big that I just was infatuated from him from that point on. Everything after that was 7 years of ups, downs, heartbreaks, everything, all the things in between. But it happened so fast, right? And now, as an adult, I can recognize what happened. But then I was like, yes, he's handsome. He came in. And
He
swept
swooped me
off
up.
my feet.
Yes, I knew that was
And
going
that
to
was all she wrote. That was all that was needed.
Oh my gosh.
I can see that.
So, Mom, can you tell us about the first time you fell hard and what you learned from that experience?
Oh, the first time I fell hard was when I was in Jamaica.
When you were in Jamaica, you're young, you was a youth.
I was a little picnic.
You're a little picnic, wait.
Little picnic.
Let me
So
hear.
there was
So
this
Bruce.
guy when I used to go to visit Grandpa in the summer months, and the neighbor, his name was Mickey. That was his name. Tall, handsome, light-skinned guy. And I was really infatuated with him, looking back. He could do no wrong. Was always polite, and there was always a little giggle, because that's what you feel when you're at that age.
You didn't say what age you was,
where I was? I told
you
you.
didn't say what age you were. You just
I said I was a little picnic. Yeah, I probably maybe I was around 11, 12. 11, 12 at the time.
That's when it happened.
And he was great, and I really liked him. And every summer when I go down, I would look forward to seeing this guy. You know,
she got a summer boo before they had a
yeah,
baby.
but that was it then, very young. But I'm listening to you guys, and let me tell you what my greatest fear is for all of you.
Oh, not the fear, Mom. Wait a minute.
No, I have to say the fear.
This lady's like watching the news at 6 p.m.
No. The fear is life is not